everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another Sunday video. This week I'd like to show you how I made this card. It was inspired by a card by Louise from Iced Images from about 12 months ago, I think it was. But I've been, busy and time got away from me, so I never got around to making it. But I've decided I'm going to do it. But I'm using all retired products except for the colour scheme, which is going to be Melon Mambo. So this is called a hexagon tower card. So when it stands up, it's a hexagon shape, as you can see. It looks like a hexagon, and it folds flat to fit into a 6x6 envelope, and your writing panel is on the back here. So this is on flat, so you can write on it nicely. The front one I've actually put up onto some dimensionals so that it pops a bit. So this one was all made with retired products except for the Melon Mambo and the cardstock, which is very vanilla, and also using like peel-offs and things like that. But I thought it was really pretty, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to make another one of those. I did enjoy making it. So that's what we're going to make. So let's pop that over there. Now I'm using some dies. These dies here, they're not Stampin' Up dies. They are dies I had in my stash and I really liked them. I thought they were the right size for this card. So I've got the measurements for those ovals, so you can work out what you want to use if you want to, or find something in your stash. But it's not a real lot you're going to need. So we're going to be using this set called Delicate Petals. So I've cut out coloured and cut out this and 2 leaves, and we're going to put on here wishing a lovely birthday to you, and sometimes something wonderful happens to someone who absolutely deserves every good thing. So that's what we're going to be using. So let me show you what you need. So there's my flower and my leaves. Okay, so you're going to need 2 pieces of card that measure 6.5 by 6 inches. And then you're going to need 6 pieces of corresponding colour, and in this case I'm doing mine white, that measure 5 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, and then 6 pieces of designer series paper that measure 5.5 by 1.5. Now I haven't put any of them together, but we can, if you don't want to watch me putting them all together when we get that far, you can quite easily whiz on past. Alright, so I've got my 2 ovals. I've got 2 ovals, and these 2 measure 4.5 inches by 3.25 inches across, and these 2 are 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches across. So I did 2 in white and 2 in the Melon Mambo. So you've got the same colour for the front and the back. So I don't know whether something's going wrong here, but I've got some flashing lights. So we will keep on going. If I find that I'm running out of things, I will be stopping. So I don't know what's going on there. So let me pop these in and show you what you need to do. You need to do the same thing for both of them. So you've got 2 pieces of card that are 6 inches by 6.5. So you're going to score on the 6.5 inch side, and you're going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. Okay, and then you are going to score the other one exactly the same. 2, 4, and 6 inches. What I will do is, because I think I'm getting a bit low, I'm going to actually turn you off when I put all my layers together. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I did lose everything. My memory card all got full up, so I don't know how far we got into that, and didn't have time to go through. So we'll just go through what we've done. So we have 2 pieces of card that are 6.5 by 6 inches, and you're going to score them at 2, 4, and 6, both exactly the same. So then you're going to just notch the top and the bottom on this tiny 1/2 inch section. Doesn't need to be much, just enough so that when you pop it together, it's, oh, I don't like the sounds of things that move in this room lately. It doesn't show. So we're actually going to now fold and burnish these lines. And while I was offline there, I actually did glue some of my panels together so that we don't need to worry about that too. Okay, so we're going to bring our two pieces in and we're going to glue these two pieces together at that mark there. So you can do this with red liner tape, wet glue. I prefer wet glue myself. I just find that it gives me that wiggle room. So, but it is entirely up to you. So we need to butter up against that edge. So if you want, bring it in like so and make sure that it's buttered up against there, but I actually find it easier to do it this way because I can then make sure that it is straight at the top and the bottom along this edge here, and you can see that that goes together really nicely like so. Alright, so, and you can't see that then when that closes around, you've got the hexagon shape, but you can't see that join there. Okay, so I have my panels here, which I had 6 of them, which measure 5 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches, and then our 6 pieces of designer series paper that measure 5 1/2 by 1 1/2. So now I've actually glued 4 of them together, so we'll just do the other 2 together and pop them all onto there like so. Oh, come on, turn over. This is a paper that was a demonstrator only paper, so that's why you won't see it, but it matches in colour, in pattern to the Countryside Inn paper that came in a nice blue. So then we're going to stick all our panels on like so. So we're going to just glue all of our panels on like that. So now if you've got a pattern that goes, you know, that needs to, you know, like follow on, that's fine. Just line them all up and look for the next one that goes next to it and line them up if you've cut them out of the one piece continuous. I'm not worrying about that with this because it's all on a hexagon, and I don't think that it really needs to worry about that. Oops, come on, go over there a bit more. That's better. How dare you do that? So between each one of your score lines, paste one of these. Now if you don't want a writing panel on the back like I've got, you could always put a couple of these with white for writing your message on, which I've done in previous videos with things that are similar. Just put writing the white panels on the back for them to write on. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to bring this in. We're just going to check before we put it together, this is going to come together nicely. If it doesn't, then we need to trim a little bit off, but that's coming together really nicely along that line. So I'm going to put my glue along this tab again. And bring this one over. Okay, so once we've done that, we've got our shape. Now I can see that one side of mine is just tinsiest winsiest bit longer. Now I'm going to just very carefully trim that off there. There we go. So that it doesn't stick up on that edge. because that would really annoy me. Okay, so that is our card, mainly the base, you know, the base of our card. As you can see, it sits in a nice hexagon shape. I have got my joins on the side. It's entirely up to you. I think that with them on the side, you can't see them as much as if I had them this way. You know, you can see the join here when you're looking at the front and the back, where if you've got it at the sides, you can't see it the same. So we can lay it flat, and we know this is going to fit into a 6x6 envelope. So we're going to bring in just one of our panels here in the scallops, in the one in the pink and the one in the white, and we're going to stamp. And I didn't bring over my ink pad. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Everything went wonky. How can I do that? I don't know. I've had a bad day. Obviously, everything went wonky. So we're going to bring in our melon mambo, and I'm just going to stamp my message onto the back of this. I love that font. Isn't that gorgeous? That squiggle, what do you call that? Cursive in the middle of the what's its name? In the middle of having its just capitals. Okay, so that's the back of our card. So I'm just going to pop this onto the back of the card. Now it doesn't matter, you might find that you've got one side that looks better than the other, I'm not sure. For me it doesn't matter, I just want to make sure that I've got my joins on the sides here. And I'm going to glue that down the middle here. So let's do that now. So I'm just gluing down the centre of this piece because I want it to be able to, you know, turn around, you know, move into the right shape. So once I'm happy with that, let's give that a nice wipe over, and you will see then that your writing panel will then stand up either side. So if you wanted to have it like that, you could, but it will, when it's hexagon shaped, it's going to look really nice. And the fact that it's like this, it means that it gives you that bit of more room for writing here and here. Okie dokie, so we're going to do our front panel, and once again I'm going to stamp in Melon Mambo. So this time I'm going to stamp the birthday wishes, so wishing you a lovely birthday to you. And once again you've got that cursive and the caps together there. So I'm going to pop this one down flat onto here. And then I'm going to pop this onto here with dimensionals. So I need some dimensionals wherever they may be. Here we go. So I'm going to pop them down the middle like so. Come on. So I'm just going to pop them down the middle like that. Ouch, that hurt. Oh, don't pop it upside down. And he can sit onto there like that. Now I've dropped my bone folder on the floor there, so luckily I don't need it now. And I'm going to put my flower on here like so. So I'm going to actually put him up on some dimensionals as well. Come on, get over there, you. Oh, I have a small one. A small one somewhere. There we go. Just for that section there. pop my flower on here. I've got a couple of leaves which I'm going to glue down flat. So I'll put my leaves down the bottom. I think I'm going to put them up the top. Come here, leaf. It's running away from me. Like so. So let's pop the pin in the glue. And we'll bring in some of these beautiful adhesive back shiny sequins. Now those pink ones there are looking really gorgeous. So we'll use those. Where will we put this one? Just here, I think. And that's our card today. It's a very easy card to do. It does use a little bit more card stock than a regular card because you'll need 2 pieces of card stock to make the main card, but you use one of the last pieces at that, so for cutting out your ovals. And then I used another piece of white to cut out my smaller ovals, and another small piece for cutting out my flowers. So if you've enjoyed today's card, let me pop those all in the bin out of the way. If you've enjoyed today's card, which is called a 6x6 hexagon tower card, thank you, Louise, for the inspiration. I really enjoyed making this, and I think it's a lovely card. Makes a lovely change from a regular card that opens. It just sits up really pretty. This one, as I say, has all these peel-offs on it. I did it like that because I've got so many of those things, and I just thought what a lovely way to use some of them on this beautiful paper. So that's what I did. So if you've enjoyed today's card and you'd like the written tutorial for this, please head down below here to Die Stamp for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. That's my Facebook group page. There you'll find the written tutorial. If you're not a member, please join. It's free to join. All you have to do is answer the question. I'm sorry, if you don't answer the question, you won't be able to join the group. If you're watching this at a later date and you do join our group, which I'd love to see you there, just check out the date on this video, and then when you go to the Facebook group, you go to files and you'll look for the same date with the same name, and you'll find the written tutorial there for it. So if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and also hit that bell there so that when there's a new video that goes up, you get a notification to say so. And if you've enjoyed that, I'm grateful, and I will see you all again next week. Bye for now.